Yo, hello, hello, hello. Starting the stream now. And let me make sure my window capture is good. There we are, perfect. I was messing with the settings. I could not figure out. There are like black bars that are bothering me that are just at the top of the screen and at the bottom. I couldn't figure out how to get the aspect ratio in time. I have had a busy weekend. Just hanging out with my friend and hiking, biking, everything. So I'm tired, but I'm ready for this showcase to wake me the fuck up. So before I wanted to watch the showcase tonight, I did want to watch a YouTuber, Snugboy. He edited this sizzle reel for Summer Game Fest. I can't talk. And yeah, I want to check it out. Like, it's super cool that like somebody that I know, at least on YouTube, is, you know, creating stuff for this official video game event. That's sick. Yeah, let me make sure that the audio is looking good on OBS. I'll start this out here. Let's see how it's looking. Something tells me I need to play some audio here. Yeah, okay. Let me let's see if I can do this. And then is there audio for that?
Extend that respect to anyone.
There is. Okay, that works. Awesome. And let me change that here.
Present. So our welcome to country is to...
Okay, sorry, just taking a look at my audio levels. I think this should be good. Let's start from the beginning. Looking good on OBS. Nice. Okay. Let me read this. Welcome to Country is a ceremony performed by local First Nations person of significance, usually an elder, to acknowledge and give consent to events taking place on their traditional lands. Uniquely filmed for... Oh, okay, cool. Local First Nations. Is that the name of... how do you say native peoples of Australia? I'm not sure.
Nagangali Darawal, Laparus, Nagan Nurnang Nalamanang, Bidigal, Nagan, Gamamaringai Darawal.
Okay, at first I thought
welcome, Mamani Lola, and I'm a Darawal
needed captions, but okay, cool.
And I acknowledge that we are on the land of the Bidigal, and I introduce myself in our Darawal language. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to anyone present. So our welcome to country is to ensure everyone feels welcome to the land and that they understand the traditional knowledge of the country that they're on. Our land is the Darawal land, and we believe that our ancestors are always with us, as we are spiritual people, and we believe our ancestors are always with us. So may their spirit be with you. Keep you safe on your journeys, wherever they may take you now and into the future. As saltwater people, the ocean is part of our life and our well-being. Budji, Nandababi, thank you. Have a great day.
On behalf of the entire Frosty team, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the beautiful lands upon which we live and work, the Darawal and Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people, and pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. We also extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people tuning in.
Good energies, I like it. Yeah, see, okay.
Hey Joe, check out this sweet move.
Oh my god, Paul Rudd, go away.
Ride the wall. I ride rails.
Of all times. Let me read this particular note of game spread. Okay. I am mature, I can handle it. No worries. At least I like to think I am. And sorry, I'm hungry. I'm gonna be snacking, so sorry. Let me sit back and enjoy this, huh?
Kia ora everyone, I am thrilled to welcome you to Frosty Games Fest, a digital showcase of games made in Australia and Aotearoa, New Zealand. We are so excited to share our very first showcase with you today, containing announcements, reveals, and updates from more than 50 titles. And it wouldn't be possible without the incredible support of our mates at Screen Australia. As you watch the showcase today, you'll see two icons pop up, letting you know there's a demo you can play on Steam, and to indicate all the exciting Frosty Scoop premiere announcements and first looks we have for you today. Lastly, remember you can find a complete list of every game we've featured today over on Frosty Games Fest.
I'm having an American moment
after the show.
I'm just realizing that it's winter in Australia, and that's why it's frosty
and I'm Millie,
right now.
We're making a game
Sorry.
My arms are longer now.
It's a 2D comedy game about a very long arm that does heists, or more specifically, your very long arm that does heists.
For a while now, we have been teasing arm customization, so you can put your exact arm into the game.
And here at Frosty, we're excited to
sick.
show off the first batch.
You can change your skin tone or how hairy your arm is. Maybe you've got freckles, or maybe you're injury prone, or maybe you just need a good bath. We don't know where you're sticking that thing.
I'm gonna have the hairiest arms. Well, I don't think I'm that hairy, but
like $1 million.
got some hair.
Just got out of hospital.
All of these options are available to the player from the start of the game, with even weirder ones you can unlock in later levels.
My arms are longer now.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn on captions since I'm snacking.
So make sure to wishlist so that you're notified when the game does release.
And leave some comments in the chat for any arm customization ideas that you have.
Enjoy Frosty Games Fest and all the cool games that are getting shown off. Bye-bye!
Hi Frosty fans, my name is Walkerman or Matt, and I'm obsessed with playing unique, fun indie games. And my goal is to try and break every game I touch, so devs, watch out. You can find me on TikTok every night, live streaming or making videos, as well as Twitch and YouTube, all under the name Walkerman. Now strap in for the reveal of a major update coming to a beloved physics-based sandbox game, where you'll build and pilot the most ingenious and improbable vehicles to transport cargo around the surface of Mars.
What is this?
Mars First Logistics is my
Wait, the
game
art
about
style is
building
sick.
little rovers and delivering
Mars
stuff.
First Logistics.
I started working on in 2019. I never expected to
I
still
love
be
the
working on it
style.
more than 5 years later.
I don't know why I thought of
To get some
Futurama,
funding.
but it has like that
Thanks,
cell shading kind of look.
That funding allowed me to hire some very talented help to turn it into something
This is sick.
bigger
I've
and
never
better
seen
than
this
I
like in a
could have
video
made on
game
my own.
before.
It's been cooking in early access for 2 years, and I'm happy to announce that it will be coming out of the oven on the 26th of September 2025.
Okay.
There will be 2 more big updates. Update 5
I need to
comes
play
out
more
today
indie games,
with a whole
so
bunch of new parts and
I definitely want to check this out. This looks really
as well as raw
unique.
material mining.
It's like Lego pieces.
And then the final early access update in September will explore somewhere new. Thanks for playing our silly little game and coming on this journey with us.
Now, I'm definitely going to check that one
Enjoy
out.
this new look at the island of Orala. Meet its residents, see their homes, and open their mail. You won't have to wait too long for the postie to deliver this one though. There's a new demo available to download right now on Steam.
Arala? Excuse me. In Victoria, okay. Yo, shout out Australia. They're having some really cute looking games. That's nice. I don't play a lot of cozy games, but I mean, this looks nice for people who enjoy these. I'm a real action guy.
My name is Lisa.
Yo.
Cool, Lisa Cleveland. I am a co-director working on Total Sky Call. I'm just one of the team members. There's 7 of us. Let me tell you something.
I like their
If you
vibe.
like birds, if you like flying, if you like the ocean, which you should, then you're in for a treat. Please enjoy. Thank you. Bye.
Australia's got a nice vibe. I'm getting a good impression. Even though I think she said she's from the UK. Made in New Zealand.
Hey Joe, check out this.
Paul
sweet
Rudd,
move.
bro!
Ride the wall.
Please.
Ride rails.
I'm not buying. Not till Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Yo. Seagull gameplay? Albatross gameplay? What the helly? Look at this. Yo. The visuals. Oh my god, the graphics. Toroa. Wait, it's been spring. Is it already out? What do you mean? Wait. Australia. When is spring in Australia? That means it's in the fall for America. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, American brain. I'm trying to keep up. Is the location underneath, is that like the Aboriginal name? I'm not too sure. Or I might be, or is that just the translation of the place? I'm not familiar. Okay.
Hi Frosty fans, I'm Kate. I'm a Twitch streamer, variety game
Kate.
player. If you like puzzles, weird tangents, and
Interesting
rants
name.
and coffee, you're probably gonna like my stream.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of
You can
3D
find me on
platformers
Twitch
nowadays,
at
but
twitch.tv/Kate,
again, cool.
which is Kate with 5 A's. I'm excited to introduce the next game, which is a world
What was the last 3D
premiere
platformer
for
I played?
Frosty Games
Astrobot.
Fest.
I loved
Follow
Astrobot.
the story of a skeleton who's been separated from his coffin and is missing his memory. Will you help him unlock clues about his past and find his way home?
Bro's got that Funko Pop skull. Oh shit, wait. I didn't realize this was 50 minutes. Holy shit. Let me get to Death Stranding. I am so sorry. I lost track of time. For some reason, in my head I thought it was 5. I'll come back to this later. This is really cool, but I gotta go to the main event here. I was literally looking up trailer reactions because I'm like, where do I put my camera? What do people do? Death Stranding live showcase? That's the name, right? Can't spell, but here we go.
At Planet Fitness, there's a number of ways to get strong, and they all add up to one membership.
Thanks for coming out.
Shout out Spot in Games. I don't even know. Is there an official one? Hold on. It's just Jeff. Is there an official one? If we go to live. Is there really no, like... Hello? What is this called? Death Stranding. Game Fest. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm running on like 6 hours of sleep, and I hiked all day yesterday, biked all day. I'm sorry. Bear with me. I'm gonna turn this up. This is pretty quiet.
To be a couple weeks away from the launch of the game, and tonight, of course,
sorry, you're hearing my Windows noise.
The first live
I'm gonna turn this up.
demo, and you're going to see some stuff that you've never seen before from Death Stranding 2.
I think the audio level should be fine.
Clips of it. You're going to get a great sense of this game, and I've had a chance to play a bunch of it. I was in Tokyo a month or so ago, played more than 20 hours of it, and it's really spectacular, so you're going to get a taste of that.
Oh, lucky bastard. Oh, my God.
Enough about me and my experiences. Let's hear from the man, the creator of Death Stranding, and a true legend in the entertainment world.
Do I dare? I don't want to look at live chat.
The world-renowned game creator, Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Genius Kojumbo. Oh, the music. I'm gonna get copywritten, but I don't care. I've had this on repeat for the past 3 months.
Well, Mr. Kojima, this is a special moment for you and for all of us.
Turn it down a bit.
Let's take a seat and talk more about Death Stranding 2.
It has been 3 months, almost exactly, since I was at South by Southwest and saw that trailer.
Hideo, as I said, I know it's been a long journey to get here. The game is complete. Now you'll be getting.
Yeah, those shoes are sick.
In Los Angeles, where we announced the game a number of years ago. I'm sure you must be looking forward to its final release. I know the fans are looking forward to it. So how are you feeling?
I've been creating games for 40 years.
Damn.
And I had so many things. But
yeah, the 80s, I guess.
We had the pandemic. And I became a little sick during the pandemic. And I thought I would never finish DS2. But I made it. And I'm here today for the event. And I'm happy as ever. Thank you so much, everyone.
Nice, okay. Scoot over a bit here.
They're going to be even happier when I think they get to play it. You know, we're all itching, obviously, to play through the full game. I got to play some of it, and everyone here is going to get to play it when it comes out June 26th. Why don't you tell people what you have in store for them tonight, for those of you here in the audience, and of course, all of you watching the live stream as well?
I really don't know, so...
Well, I edited a couple of trailers you've seen.
Yes.
And I think you're full with trailers, right?
No, I could use another.
However...
Yeah.
However, Street Day is right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to give any...
Launch trailer?
Secret away, so I'll show you a little opening and also the gameplay and also
okay.
cast, and I hope everyone could just enjoy that as a show tonight.
Fantastic.
All right.
You guys into that?
I'd like a trailer, but I'll take whatever else.
To the fact that we're going to have some live gameplay. of it. But before we get to the guests and the game, I want to talk a bit about the journey of bringing DS2 to life. You mentioned the COVID pandemic. I know that you were sick for a while. It was a challenging time.
I didn't know Kojima had COVID. If that's what he's implying.
With the players in that game, so could you maybe talk a little bit about the journey to bring us to this day?
Also, I just noticed Jeff's socks. I think he got those from Uniqlo. I have the same, but they're green. Those look nice.
Stranding. That area, the social situation was everyone was divided, solitude. So I made that as a theme in DS1. And I said, everyone, let's get connected. And right after that release of the game, we had the pandemic. And my fiction became a little reality. And I experienced a lot during the pandemic, and since we had internet, we had this connection over digital during the pandemic, which was great. But it moved on too much to digital, and we forgot about analog connection to meet in person. So
I guess so.
I already had the DS2 idea, but I had to scratch that off because I experienced the pandemic. So I rewrote.
Yeah, I remember he talked about this back in, I think, 2022.
So I put that in the game system, and I wanted everyone to experience that because it's after the pandemic I created DS2.
So in many ways, you created stories for two games. So the one version, then you rewrote it, reconceived it.
Reminds me of what happened with Metal Gear Solid 2. There was a version where Snake goes to like Iraq or something.
And I'm not going to reveal that. So.
And then obviously the war happened.
Well, you're of course back here in Los Angeles now, where we announced DS2 at TGA, and I know LA has been a big part of the story of this game, with you coming here to do a lot of the performance capture with the cast as well.
Well, actually, the war was after MGS2. Never mind, the war on terror. But I think it was just the political tension at the time
a lot of friends here as well.
that caused him to scrap it.
And when I was a child, I saw a lot of dramas like Chips and all these based on Starsky and Hutch, all these California, LA thing, and I loved it. And I wanted
he's a known America boo. We know this.
Police, but I couldn't be that, I wanted to.
Accidentally press space bar.
That's how much I love LA.
Well, we're glad.
LA is not all that, Kojima. I'm sorry. He's a true like weeaboo for America because he thinks LA is all
As
that.
I mentioned, I was lucky enough to be over in Tokyo.
Don't go to LA.
A few months ago to get a chance to play through the early parts of Death Stranding 2. It's a lot of the previews that you read online from media that got a chance to experience the first 20 or 30 hours of the game. And it was, as someone that loved DS1, DS2 really takes things to the next level and adds a lot of new elements that we'll talk about tonight. But I think it really has refined a lot of the ideas that you had in the first game. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the shirt that you're wearing.
All right, let's talk about his sports coat, bro. I need one of those.
Reveal.
Shoot.
Tell us about this.
Well, I've asked Pablo Uchida to draw a new poster. And you remember the DS1 poster he drew, but
I think that's the guy who makes like really famous, he makes really famous movie posters.
Wow, well that's beautiful.
Like he's done stuff for like Dune, a Blade Runner, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Adele. Where's that?
All those movie posters where you see just people, and then there's a big face in the background, like every movie poster ever. I think that's that Pablo guy.
The novel that I'll do, I'm like marketing PR things, but it's not for the game package. The game package is, as you know, it's Sam and Lou, so that'll be the key art for the game.
Great. All right, well, we have so much to show you guys today, including a bunch of gameplay from Death Stranding 2. And I'm sure you're.
I do wish that Yoji Shinkawa made some like art
First of all, we have a
for the cover.
Video message from our first guest. Let's take a look.
Not the biggest fan of CG characters on video game covers.
Hi everyone, it's Elle Fanning here. I play tomorrow in Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and I know the team has put together a very exciting show for you today. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there, but I will reconnect and see you all very soon. Have fun.
Elle Fanning, of course, plays tomorrow, and we'll be seeing some incredible footage of tomorrow in action. Don't want to spoil anything, but you're going to learn a lot more.
So I think the biggest theory behind tomorrow Is that she's like a grown-up version of Lou?
But now let's welcome some of our
Just a
other
theory,
special guests,
not a spoiler,
to
I
the
don't know.
stage. First up, she plays the role of Rainy in Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Please welcome to the stage the beautiful Shioli Kutsuna.
Oh shoot, audio levels. I was looking like, what was she in before? She was in the,
Fantastic. Our next
I think,
guest,
first two Deadpool
man
movies.
We all know and
It's been a while
love.
since
He
I've seen
plays
those.
Higgs back again for DS2. The one and only Troy Baker. Come on out, Troy.
Okay, I know who this guy is. He's fitted up. Turn this down a bit.
And finally, let's bring out someone who's been
I'm playing
deeply
DJ
involved
right
in
now
the
with these
music
audio
of Death
levels.
Stranding 2. He's flown all the way from Paris, France to be here. Please give a warm
Woodkid?
welcome to Woodkid.
Cool. I have a jacket that looks identical to that. And it's the one that Norman Reedus signed. And To the Wilder, though, that's probably going to be on my Spotify like most played song of the year. Most likely.
We're all here. All right, well, let's take a seat and get this show started. First of all, I want to ask all of you guys about your involvement with Hideo. Shirley, tell me about how did you get involved in this project? How did Mr. Kojima reach out to you?
I got a text from my friend, actress Rinko Kikuchi. She's a Japanese actress. And she was like, oh, Hideo wants to be in touch with you. And I had no idea what she meant. But the next thing I knew...
That
I
could
was
mean
at
anything,
his
knowing
office
Kojima.
and with like a huge screen, with like the most coolest artwork of my character. And he was like briefing me with all the details and just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hideo, why did you want to
He's
have...
like, please come to my studio. I need to scan something, Mrs. Kutsuna.
I wanted to have a Japanese character. Like, it's very difficult and challenging to have an Asian kind of person as a CG, and I wanted to really do my best this time.
Interesting.
But, you know, it has to be someone who could speak native English and also speak Japanese. And I always thought about Shiori as casting, but I didn't know her address. So I knew Rinko Kikuchi, my friend. So
where does she live?
I kind of mailed her saying, hey, I need her address. You know, then she told me. And Rinko was like, you're not asking me, you know, but never mind. I wanted to just, you know, contact you.
That's awkward. Okay.
Well, it worked out. You're incredible. We're going to see some...
Kojima was like, I need to know where she lives. Someone
Troy,
tell me.
You have a long history with Mr. Kojima across multiple franchises, and Higgs is back in DS2. But you obviously...
You know, I'm surprised that Kojima hasn't axed Troy Baker. Not because Troy Baker's bad, but just because Kojima keeps burning his bridges with these actors.
How does it feel?
But it is Troy Baker. Like, I feel like it's
been 5 years.
Really hard to be clashing with this guy.
First of all, whenever you have a new project like this, a new idea, no matter how experienced you are, it's always a little scary to come up with something new. And you guys have been so incredibly supportive. And in 5 years, we've watched this community grow to such an amazing level and with such voracious support for this story, for this character, for all of the characters. And so to come back to this 5 years later, after seeing, I gotta say, Higgs cosplay is like next level, y'all.
That's probably really hard to
always cool
cosplay.
every time.
Yeah.
So now I can.
That's
see
gotta
how
look
much
nice
the
whenever
story-
somebody pulls it off.
how much these
There are certain
characters,
characters like that. Like when I
the
went to the
story we tried to tell
convention,
and the message that we
they're
tried
just
to
so
communicate
intricate.
is
It's like
very
hard
much
to really
resonate
nail it.
with you guys. So to come in 5 years later and go, okay, now let's take it up higher. We all rose to that challenge, and I think that we did a damn good job. I can't wait for you guys to play it.
I would agree. Woodkid, at South by Southwest, it was revealed your collaboration with Hideo. And tonight
Yeah.
we'll talk a lot about that because it's a very deep collaboration that you had across the score and soundtrack. And we'll hear some of your...
Oh, I gotta hear another Woodkid song. I do
Tell me,
not
how
care
did
if I
this
get
collaboration
copywritten.
began with Hideo?
Hideo called me on for the director's cut of the first episode, the first installment. And,
the first
he
episode.
wanted
It really
to
is a
use,
movie.
2 songs for my second
Oops.
record on it. And it was, of course, a honor because I grew up with Hideo's game, so it was just like a dream coming true. And I think just during the pandemic or something, I think he called me and be like, "Would you want to come and work differently now, like writing music?" And that's how it started. Just me going to Japan right after lockdown, I think, and starting to work in the offices. And that's how it all started, what you're going to see tonight.
Yeah, I know you spent a fair amount of time actually in the KJP.
Yo, what's up, Don?
Which is,
Just stopping by to say hello before I drown myself in more pre-production. Dude, I've been seeing what you've been cooking on your video. That stuff is sick. Like 3D models of the manga. That is awesome, dude.
And then there's
But hey, thanks for stopping by, man.
So
Hope you're not,
this is
overworking yourself there.
It comes early in the morning and it goes late at night. And every time I go to the bathroom, I kind of stop by and say, "Hey, what's your new song?" And he made me listen to the, And I also did like the training with him together, like stretch in the morning, with my trainer. So it was a really strange relationship. He was there for like a long time.
What? Okay.
I wasn't abducted. There was nothing weird. It was but it was.
Kojima was like, "Yeah, it was a really weird relationship." What?
But I think your games always have music as a key through line, and it feels like for this one, the songs he was working on really have an emotional connection to the story, right? And there were.
I keep looking at Jeff's socks. I need those socks. Man, those are cool.
So I'm sure that was part of your storytelling in many ways, right?
Perfectly fine. That's good. All right, see you, dude. That's good to hear.
Well, same as movies, music is like, I don't know, maybe 80% is like important. Music is important. Like sound
That's
effects
true.
as well. Like,
Even for the video I'm making right now, it's like, dude, music is
like
so much of the experience.
That could be a sound effect as well. So, again, you have a controller, you have a monitor in front of you, a 2D, and you just have a music or sound effect coming in, 2D. You don't have any temperature, you can't taste anything, but if you have sound effect and music, you get more immersive, and it also kind of affects your emotion through music. You might not need a dialogue sometimes. You have like a happy song or a sad song, and it really evokes your.
Sorry, I'm having some congestion allergies right now.
Very important.
Yes, well, we'll see some demonstrations tonight, I think, of how much music is key to the experience of DS2. All right, well, we've got much more to talk about, but I think you guys are here also to see some footage that's never been shown before of Death Stranding 2.
All right, let's go. Been waiting for this.
Before we get to the gameplay demo, Hideo has prepared a couple of clips from the game that he wants to showcase.
Let's do it.
You.
I should have made some popcorn, goddammit.
Tomorrow, played by Elle Fanning, and Rainey, played by Shirley, in game. Do you want to tell us anything about what we're about to see, Hideo?
He looks like he wants to say no. No, just
I
watch.
already shown this at Tokyo Game Show, but today I wanted to show the English version of it.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen this already.
Relationship, you'll get it in the English dialogue.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen this.
Okay, here's the first.
Is it the one where they start singing "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head"? Let's see. This looks real. Like, what the hell? The graphics. What the hell? I don't even know what to say. I was like speechless.
In the place where I came from.
Okay, this is the scene I'm
no one
thinking
gave
of.
birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mother's bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tomorrow wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in the realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But
So she was living
will be born,
on the beach?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy who's
Even in English, it still doesn't make sense.
nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
What the hell?
So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
And hopefully she doesn't end up like Mama.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tone.
He's humming, bro. He's hating. Oh my god. Sam seems like happier in this game. Good for him. He always sounded like this in the first game. He was grumpy all the time.
What can you tell us about what we should take away from that scene about their relationship?
So, I'm Mario and you're Princess
and
Peach.
you have this Magellan following you. And in the Magellan, you kind of group your members onto the Magellan. And Tomorrow and Rainy, of course, has special abilities, but they were even fragile. They were like very lonely, so they come in, and you're slowly connecting with them as well, all of them. So Sam, in DS1, he connected the world just alone. But this time, you could summon the Magellan once you connect the chiral network. So you could go back, and they will always be there for you. So to Sam, it's almost like a home.
Okay, so it's like a private room.
You could see the progression of how they grow inside, as a team in the Magellan. So that's my goal there.
Shirley, we heard you singing there.
I am glad because
your voice.
Yeah.
DS1 was a little bit like
What was it like?
light on the characters. It could have used some more like interactions. I felt.
I think we.
Or I guess more meaningful interactions.
Yeah, we shot that scene as well, but in addition, there was ADR, and I'm doing the voice for both English and Japanese, and I don't sing usually. Okay. So I think I was nervous the most to shoot this scene, because it's like completely silent in the ADR room, and you can just hear your voice back, but it was a fun scene.
Well, you sound great.
Thank
you.
you.
Should sing some more. Absolutely. Troy, we know that you sing, and you sing damn good. We heard your voice for the first time, I think, at the DS2 reveal trailer at TGA. We heard you doing Higgs doing BB's theme. So can we expect?
I don't think I saw that
in this game.
If he lets me, absolutely. If you don't know, like
Troy looks a lot like David Bowie here. Reminds me a lot of him.
No.
The fit, like the hairstyle.
I've got this really cool other path for you to follow, and I'm grateful for that. And one of the things that I love most about working with Hideo is the fact that he looks at who we are as people, and he infuses that into the character. And that is something that is such an honor, and I don't say that lightly. Because it's so much fun just for someone to go, hey, I want you to sing, or I want you to create your music in this thing that you've always been passionate for. I'm going to make you do something you're not comfortable doing, but that becomes a part of the character. And so I'm grateful. He gave me a chance to sing. I did my best. I hope you guys like it, because definitely, as you've seen, the bar for the music in this game is super high. So I'm just happy to try and vault over it.
I know that I think he's from Austin, Texas. Like he had a band or something that he mentioned.
And during COVID, when I was, everyone was feeling low, I was watching maybe YouTube, and I saw Troy's channel, and he was singing with a guitar, and I was really touched. I knew he could sing, but I thought, wait, he could sing really good. So I talked to Yoji, say, hey, can you design a guitar for Higgs?
Can I design a guitar?
So that's how it happened, okay.
So I don't want to say so much to spoil things, but Troy is just constantly singing in the game.
Interesting, all right.
So don't worry.
Lots of
Can I tell one more story?
Yes,
just one more quick story. This also speaks to how open he is to what we do. So you guys have seen this part. The first thing you ever see when Higgs comes in, and he goes, Sam the man, same as it ever was. That was a rehearsal, because when I hear the line, same as it ever was, I automatically think Talking Heads. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I do that thinking there's no way they're going to keep that. Someone from legal's going to go, what are you, crazy? And he goes, that's it. So that was the first time when I got to sing in Death Stranding 2.
Damn, okay.
Well, having played the game, I know there's a lot more Troy coming. Woodkid, we heard...
I'm actually really looking forward to these singing scenes. I just love unhinged villains.
Voice on that.
And I think Higgs was probably my favorite character from the first game.
Music on the trailer at South by Southwest is also available as a single. Tell us about the collaboration with Hideo, because you've done over a dozen different tracks with him, some vocal, some instrumental. Tell us about how you approached, collaborating with him for the music.
With a lot of respect, first of all, for his work and for the work of Ludwig and Lauror and just the path that has been written on the first game. So I was very humbled.
Rest in peace,
It's
Lauror.
all about making procedural music. So it's a bit different in this game because it's not just taking some pop songs and putting them in the game. This time we've tried to engineer songs that were completely procedurally rebuilt by the engine.
Huh.
So it is procedural music.
So it'll match with what you're doing.
On the gameplay's actions.
That's sick. I love that.
And it is so different for me. It's just a very nerdy approach of music, so I had to reverse engineer the tracks and really build them through musical theory.
Yeah, add vocals like Metal Gear Rising type when the action's happening. That's gonna be sick.
Based on the actions. So it's fascinating. It's an amazing process. I'm very grateful. I learned so much in the process.
Yeah. For a song like To the Wilder, does Hideo give you sort of a theme that he wants, an emotional, a feeling that he wants you to bring to life in music, or how do you collaborate on that in the lyrics and the feeling?
Yeah, Hideo came in the office with just the idea of making a song first. That would be kind of like a lead single for the game, but it came with the script, and I have this pile of paper I try to digest, and then the only thing that came in my mind was the idea of wilderness, and To the Wilder was something that came really quickly. I remember we had a demo and it was just humming stuff To the Wilder, and the To the Wilder came. I was just in the very early on in the kind of random lyrics that I wrote, and it was yeah, that I like. And then I built all around this idea.
Well, the lyrics are one of my also favorite parts of the song. It's so
what it is to be wild as a person.
I don't know. It's so rhythmic, but also beautiful. What he's saying on the song.
And also, Yoan created a lot of themes for each character. And the rough version, he sent to me, he made it very quickly, so I listened to Shiori as well with her character. So during the performance character, there was this rainy scene that we had to shoot with Shiori. We kind of put that music on the set. On that timing, the rainy theme, so that she could act according to it. So we did that too. So even during shooting, I kind of used his, draft songs to kind of evoke the emotions.
Mm.
Wow. Well, we're going to hear much more about the sound.
I think there's a word for that in movies,
later.
right?
But I know you have
substitute tracks or something like that they use
right?
during production. Forget the name.
Yes. It's tomorrow's L scenes. And she's a mystery character. But she has special abilities. And she's actually really actions and moves. So I thought I would bring in that scene. Don't be too surprised watching this how she actions.
This is when the event starts to get crazy. Wait until you guys see this scene.
All right.
Let's check this out.
Let's see.
Tomorrow.
In the trailer, she was doing some psychic shit. So let's see. Oh shit. I cannot get over the visuals of this game, my god. Okay, yeah, that shot was in the trailer. The music. Of course, Hideo! What are you doing? The music is insane. What's going on in the soundtrack? What the hell is this? He's back. He's fucking back, bro. What is this? Like, we thought Quiet was a badass. Like, whoa. This is Quiet on crack. What's going on? This scene... This is like the equivalent of the Raiden scene from Metal Gear Solid 4. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like, let's just show that this character is badass. That was also in the trailer. Yeah, this is the let's show that character's a badass scene compared to the main character.
Thank you.
Come on, right?
He's back. God damn it.
Crazy game. Well, now you can see some of what Tomorrow can really do in the full game. Hideo, give us a little bit of context. You don't even want to spoil much, but what are we seeing there about Tomorrow's abilities?
Well, it's a little problem. She's stronger than Sam. Well, she has tars coming out from her body, and that, precedes the time, right, when something touches.
Right,
So
okay,
I
that's
think
what happened.
That's the only secret I could tell you right now.
In that scene also, you talked about your collaboration with Woodkid. Woodkid, I believe that's some of your music that we're seeing there, right, as well?
Yes, it's a Yoan song, yeah.
So tell us a bit about, what can you tell us about
The
that?
music was crazy there.
It's a song called Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who would've thought?
Get the name? It's
Worked hard on that title.
I remember seeing that scene and being like blown away by the strangeness of it, and I thought that we had to make a song that was completely deconstructed.
Yeah, there's like breaks in the organ there. It would like start and stop.
Reflected in the music. So it's this kind of industrial breakcore that
Yeah.
is fully randomized by in the process of composing it. It was just we had the engine kind of randomize everything, and I composed everything with like tools that helped me randomize the music. So it is so random. Hopefully in a good way, but it's like it's just breaks over breaks. And
It sounded intentional when I was hearing it just in the scene. It didn't sound
more crazy.
that random, but
yeah, we had a lot of fun editing that.
It's
that
very,
scene.
very interesting.
I think it was still listenable.
Surely that's another side of Tomorrow. Is Rainey jealous of her abilities?
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that scene? I remember when I first even watched them rehearsing it with like this strange, I don't even know what you call like this equipment that can do all these kinds of moves. I was so jealous.
Probably like wires or something, or like the things that
Troy,
make people fly.
We don't
on
have a
movie
Higgs
sets.
scene today, unfortunately.
I sent you one and you wouldn't play it.
More
Too many
singing?
spoilers, Hideo said.
Too many spoilers.
But, Higgs, obviously. What can you tell us about Higgs in this game? What will Hideo let you tell?
I mean, dude, we went talking about going nuts and crazy. I thought we went crazy the first time. Nope. Nope. I will say this. Get juice. We're just going to say no spoilers because we want you to play the game. We're not going to show you everything right now. But what I can tell you are there are scenes that I'm really proud of. I mean, I'm proud of the game, but like when you step on it, it's easy to go, okay, I know what this is like. I know how to do this. And every scene was something that was like, I don't know if I can do this, man. And there's some great story that we get to really unpack, some parts of Higgs that we get to unpack in this, and I'm grateful that we did. I'm grateful that we didn't leave everything on the dance floor the first game, that there is more to explore with Higgs in this. Not just my character, but everybody. Leia Sadu, oh my God, in this game. We haven't even talked about her yet. You guys don't even know what you're in for. So I'm grateful that there's no shortage of ideas when it comes to Hideo and the vision of this, but also like that we as performers get the opportunity to try to execute that. And obviously we want to live up to the vision, we want to live up to our own expectation, but now, just like you said, it's been 5 years, second game, the bar is higher. More than anything, what everybody that stepped foot on that stage or into the office wants to do is give you guys the experience that you're not even expecting to get. And we blow past those expectations. That's what we wanted.
Give me something wild. Give me more wild shit like that scene.
Well, today I don't have Higgs scenes, sorry. But how many played DS1? Remember, you've battled so much with Higgs. This time, I'm going to make you battle 3 times more. And you're going to
like it.
Again, you know. But at the end, you might cry a bit.
Okay. I mean, they're making me feel for Higgs at the end of that last trailer at South by.
Scenes. I know everyone's very eager to get
showing some emotional shots of him.
Because I understand we're going to show a live demo of DS2, right?
And he was like a joke character in the first game.
Well, it's going to be released soon.
I know that there was like a side quest where like you deliver pizza and you learn more about him. I need to do that on my second playthrough because it's been a while.
I've kind of overlapped with the DS.
But I mean, for the most part, in the game, in the cutscenes, he was kind of a joke.
One more game scene is well, it's the Neil scene.
Yes, fantastic. Yeah, we're going to see multiple sequences from the game, and we're very mindful of not spoiling anything for people that are going to see it. But yeah, I know we're going to start out with.
They can show me the ending of the game, and I won't be spoiled.
As Hideo said, you're going to see the.
I will have no context.
Kind of 5 minutes of the game, and it's going to be played live by a member of the KJP team, Yoshike, who's backstage right now, or he's actually come out here right now, and you're going to meet him, and he's going to play it on a PlayStation 5 Pro for you today. Here's Yoshike. Came all the way from Tokyo to play the game. He's a.
Oh, what a hard job! I'm just kidding.
And he was so nervous.
I'd love to have that job.
He had a bad stomach yesterday. He's okay today. But we did a rehearsal, and he kind of made a mistake at the rehearsal. So if he goes game over, I'm sorry. I'll apologize in advance.
And backstage,
yeah,
he's literally for the past 2 hours been playing.
He's not a real gamer.
Again and again because he's so nervous about it. But the opening, obviously, you'll see the battle scenes get a little more intense. But yeah, we're going to show you the first sort of 5 minutes of the game. You'll hear some music from Woodkid. And anything you want to do to set this up?
Music by Woodkid, give me.
Yeah.
Show it to me right now.
So we're going to look at the beginning of Death Stranding 2 for the first time.
The beginning, okay. I wish I had made popcorn,
this
man.
This is all real-time in-engine on PS5 Pro.
I'm being genuine. I'm not even overreacting. I'm just like, how is this real?
The goal. It's Sam's hideout. So the first mission is to go back to your hideout. That's a simple mission, yeah? So it's an open world game, so you could go anywhere. And I want people to, learn the controls. You could go anywhere. So let's move on.
Oh my god. Slow down.
Listen
Slow down.
carefully here. When you run, you hear the drum rolls, right? You stop. No drums. So the music arrangement changes. It's a Yohan's Woodkid song, but it will change according to players' actions.
Oh my god.
So even it also changes according to which route you take. So
What?
he's on top of the hill. You hear the melody. You have the rhythm coming in.
And then if you're lower,
And then, okay, let's go sidetrack a little bit. So the rhythm and the melody goes away. And you're going to slowly start to hear the strings and the piano. So this is the same song, but the soundtrack will differ according to how you play, to each player.
that is fucking crazy.
So, yes. So I have
How
to
mu-
say
how many hours did it take to pull this
because
off?
This was such a
What the
difficult
fuck?
job.
I was about to walk away from my computer. I'm not even kidding. I'm mind
It's
blown
almost
right
like
now. This is
autoplay,
insane.
right? Auto music.
で、ここはどからでも行けるので、
So you could go
ちょっと
anywhere
What?
カイラルクリーチャー
Oh,
という
there's a chiral creatures.
すぐ行ってもいいですけど、ちょっと
Bro, you sure this isn't Australia?
Let's avoid them for
し
now.
ないと害はないんですけど。
They won't attack you unless you attack them. So you could just
で、これ
move
セ
away
ンサーですけど、
using the
電車と一緒
sensors.
赤いと
It's
こ
the
ろが滑り
same.
やすいの
The
で、
red places are slippery areas.
で、大体結構急な斜面も上がり
So
ます。
you could climb quite steep hills. You don't have so much equipment at this stage, but you could still go. All right, let's go back top on the mountains, and you'll hear the rhythm and the melody coming back in, the chorus.
Credits.
Bro, I can't. I don't even have the words.
And the camera changes at sometimes. I call it like the Peter Jackson camera.
Yep. I think in Lord of the
And if
Rings,
you
they're
don't
running
like
through
this,
New
you could
Zealand.
Hit the button and the camera will switch back.
補正をしてるので落ちないように
And I also, when it's during this camera, you won't fall. So I kind of, programmed that you won't fall. But
Sorry, just taking some
でもバラン
notes.
ス取らないと落ちない
but you need to balance. It's not as easy as you see.
でどっからでも行けます。ここ
And you
で
could go
まあ
anywhere,
デス
right?
トのこの体重移動みたいな
And
も
you
のを
have to kind of
学習してい
learn
ただく
the balancing so you won't fall. You don't want to fall.
で、今回はですね、リアルタイムで地形が
And
変わる
also
ことが
this time, the map changes real
地震
time.
とか
What?
火災とか
Oh,
Because
the
you have
avalanches and all
natural
that?
disasters like
Yeah, yeah, okay, we know
earthquakes,
that.
なったり
floods,
するんですけど、
forest
地
fires.
震の
So does it change
I'm going to show
permanently?
you a little bit of the earthquake. Yeah,
Gatequake.
there's a small one coming.
This was in the
これ
trailer.
ちょっとちっちゃい地震
And this is a small one
でもバラン
to
ス取らないと
predict a bigger one, but you need to keep balance not to fall
ちょ
off.
っと行くと
All right, let's
Four
go a
on the
little
G
further.
scale.
大きな地震いきます。
But then a big one.
This is getting a little bit too
踏
realistic.
ん張らないとこけます。
You have to really stand still and balance, otherwise you fall.
I love that you can see even the shadow of like the rock there as it's
ここが、
moving.
雪山だと雪崩に
Wow,
You
dude.
could imagine if this was a snowy mountains, you get like avalanches.
Yeah.
地形が変わるのでちょっと大変な。
As you can see, the map changed. Now you can't.
Dude,
go
do I have to buy a PS5 Pro now? Like, I don't.
Cry because
I just went on vacation.
So
I can't
let's-
do this.
コントローラーを上げて、
Okay, let's see. Let's
Oh my
see the
god.
movement of the controller
Oh
here,
my
as you can see,
はい。
and you could soothe Lou.
They're so cute. I'm gonna cry.
Or
Oh
you
my
could
god.
Close up. You could see the close up of Lou's face and
Zoom in again, please. Oh
we'll
my god, they're
stop
so
crying,
cute.
but
Oh my
okay,
God.
we're soothing.
ルーちゃん機嫌直った。
Oh
Okay,
my
Lou is,
god, oh my
happy.
god.
Yeah, yeah, smiling.
はい、よかったですね。
All right, let's.
I'm
put it back.
geeking. Oh my god, this game is gonna ruin me.
心配しながらもいい
So
か
you have to take care of
で、
Lou
ここから
too.
結構まだ長いの
All
で、
right.
ちょっとここで一回止
We're
め
gonna
ます
cut here because it's gonna have a long distance, but that's the beginning.
What'd you guys think of that?
I can with this game, bro. I can. I feel like a kid again watching this.
Amazing to see the world, and the music, and all that come together in such a beautiful way. Good day. Well, we also now want to show some other gameplay moments from the game. We're going to skip a little bit ahead, right? And show another gameplay moment.
The music,
Delivery game?
the map
But I want to
changing.
show the delivery process.
The damn
But I
baby.
think you'll be bored watching delivery. Of course, playing is fun, but watching is different. So, I brought in like a action scene.
Okay, let's go.
So
let's go.
You remember Cliff, played by Mats in Death Stranding 1.
Yes.
So I have a little bit character that resembles that.
Okay, Neil.
So Sam goes into this unknown world, and it's a gameplay on that area.
I'm gonna turn
So
down
it's
the
a battle
volume.
scene. So I hope Mr. Yoshike won't fumble this one. Hope you could cheer for him back there. He's been practicing this.
All
Lock
right,
in.
well, it
Lock in,
sounds like he's
Yoshike.
ready backstage, so let's take a look at this battle sequence from Death Stranding 2. Real live gameplay.
What?
So,
yeah.
Remember the last time was different wars, but this time it's different natural disasters. So this is representing the fire. So you have like fireworks and things like that, but you see, it looks beautiful.
The
but it's
visuals are
dangerous.
killing me.
And there'll be like lavas flying around, and you'll see like this ghost, we call it remains, and you see some ghosts walking by as well. So yes, the fire starts.
This is gonna blow up my PS5. My base PS5 can't handle this.
Will speak to you too. So there's this fireworks still going on, and all these lavas falling at you. Well, actually, the lava is as part of the whales, but anyways.
Whales are back in this game. More whales.
And you see the warriors, we call it, who is guarding Neil, comes out. So you could go to the right and sneak,
Tar cannon,
but you won't battle. So this time, I know everyone wants to see battle, right? So we're going to go through the middle this time.
Okay.
And since this is Australia, I'm going to use a blood boomerang.
Okay, we've seen this in the previews.
So Sam's blood is in there. So okay, it's a little hard to see, but I think he's aiming. I think he won't make a mistake here. Yeah, good hit.
Clutch. Yoshike locked in.
And Boomerang comes back.
Oh, 2 for 1?
But if
On
you're
the way
not
back?
good at battling, you could actually sneak away as well. You could always have that option.
Okay, slow-mo's taking a bit long.
Boomerang
Okay.
came back. All right, we got. All right, the fire's starting to spread. Yes, all these things flying around. So we
I like that there's a dial to show what weapon is for what. Because sometimes, like, I had to remember in the middle of a fight, what gun do I want to use against a BT or a human?
But it's very heavy, so you have to, think
Damn.
about when you're carrying this. And you could, Oh, they find you now. The warriors found you.
Oh, this is like reflex
But
mode.
This tar cannon is
Okay.
actually usable as a weapon, so you could shoot the warriors too. Yep, we got him. All right, we're gonna take out the fire. Well, of course, you could take any route, but let's go through the middle. And it's a very heavy equipment, so he's a little slow.
The visuals, dude. This is gonna blow up my PS5.
Yep,
I'm
watch out.
cooked.
Okay, from here it takes a little while.
Was it
so I'm gonna
Italian?
Skip. So there'll be more warriors coming up.
Yes.
And I think Yoshike did a good job, yeah?
Yes.
All right. We're going to skip to the next scene for the battle, where
Neil.
Neil is waiting, and the warriors, 4 warriors, are waiting.
Okay.
This is a difficult part. So could you pray for Yoshike-san, please?
And one thing we should say
Lock
Hideo,
in.
is this is from pretty early in the game still, right?
Yes, it's from...
He's like, yeah.
You met Cliff a couple of times.
This is actually
but
75% into the game, but nobody knows that.
And it's the natural disaster. This time it's fire, as I said. It could be like the earthquake or the flood, kind of. So you go to that world.
Incredible. All right, well, let's take a look now at this the continuation of this sequence, battling Neil.
Okay.
でサムは、ちょっと
So
メガネとか
Sam
いろいろ
has a lot of equipment. So we're going to show you a little equipment as well. Like, okay, let's wear a cap.
Why me?
So we have so many caps, but this time
He's just like me for real,
reverse the
I have
cap
too many
when you
hats.
wear it. Norman does this.
Yo.
So you could kind of
Norman
wear it
does
reverse. Great improvement.
This is what Troy
Also the
meant when he
backpack.
puts a little bit of
You
the
see
personality
backplate,
in the game.
which protects you, or the rotor storage and grenade pouch, and also chiral anti-gravity device. I always put that 3 so that helps my I could put a lot of weight on my back.
This is
the
wagons.
Of course, you
Okay.
can change the colors too. But so this is the equipment this time. We have a lot of things on our back. Let's battle Neil.
This is the scene with the candles that we saw in the last trailer. I think it is. Yep. Oro farming. Look at them. Oro farming. I've seen this trailer like 100 times by now. I have this memorized. Come on. Oh my god. The music. What's with the eyes there? He was like shaking himself.
はいでニールとウォ
Okay.
リアーズの戦いですが
We're gonna confront the warriors and Neil.
ちょっとステルス
Bro, this is like a
So let's do a
Bloodborne
little stealthy.
boss arena. What am I
まあ
looking
ニール
at?
を倒せばいいんですけど
Well, we're just trying to defeat Neil, but
今ピン打ちました
we want to get the warriors too.
ウォリアーズが
So
見えてますけど
we'll find one warrior,
ピングして
and we're sneaking behind,
まあロープで
and we got him with the rope.
はい倒しましたね、はい
Yep.
Wow, okay.
We got
I never
one
stealthed them in the first game, so I don't know if that was like a
Oh wait,
thing
we
you
see
could
Neil
do.
right there.
気づかれてないんで撃っちゃい
And
ましょう
Neil's like
あそう
looking
ライフル
away, so let's use an assault rifle.
あでも見つかりま
Oh
した
wait,
ワープしますね
he
はい
warped out.
Whoa, okay.
All right, we got to find him again.
ウォリアーズ首がなくなると突進してくる
Yeah, you need to kind of do a headshot to the warriors.
Yeah,
to
those are always like instant.
defeat
Yeah.
them.
大丈夫かな
Well, he's doing good.
They can just like kind of teleport in this one. Okay. They could in the first game, but it was much slower.
あちょっと逃げられました
Wait, I think he
Whoa.
warped
タワーの上に
up at the tower.
でウォリアーズも
Yeah, and with warriors as
ま
well.
あどっから行ってもいいんですけど、
Well, okay, where should we go? You could go anywhere, so
まあ花火に見とれてるとやられます
yeah, don't be too obsessed with the fireworks. You got to find a route.
No, I'm gonna just be in photo mode this whole boss fight.
Okay, I think they're there.
あグレネード
So we'll use a
グレ
grenade.
ネードでつけようというところですかはいあはいはい
Oh, that's a nice shot.
はいちょっとせこい戦い方ですよねこれ
Yeah, this is not really cool, right? But it's okay.
あちょっとやばいかもしれません
Wait a minute.
I had to play like this on hard mode on
Oh my
DS1.
Uh-oh.
ちょっと手こじってます
Especially the last fight in Vietnam.
Let's
Oh my
change
god.
weapons.
あやばい
Oh shit. Yo, is Yoshi K lock in.
We need to get Neil though.
Oh, he's going a bit guerrilla warfare here.
やばいやばい
Take some cover.
Well, be careful.
やばいあ
Oh,
クリプト美容室もうやばいですよ
Cryptobite, yeah.
Oh, those
We
are
need to
always
take Cryptobite.
instant
Sorry for the
refills,
light.
yeah. Instant health recovery with those. Ouch. Wait.
Whoop, you're in trouble.
This is giving me like PTSD
Right,
to my hard mode playthrough.
we
Oh
got
my
it.
god. Anytime I get hit, it just feels like a truck. Did you say Mamma Mia? No way.
Well, I think we got him. And maybe he went somewhere. Oh, he went to the rooftop.
Like gameplay wise, this doesn't seem too different from the first game, like these sequences. Which I'm okay with because the gameplay was good, but I love them for the visuals more than anything in these scenes. Like flashbacks, or I guess in this case, these disaster events.
Up the tower, so we're gonna go find him.
He's booking it, holy shit, look at him run. Could not move that fast in the first game, I don't think.
We found a shotgun. Alright, we're gonna go close combat. Yeah, and maybe too much package on our back.
Yeah, that's the thing is that like mid boss fight, you would have to like pause the game and just start dropping things, which was a little bit of a pace breaker.
Noises verbally, so to distract, you know, the warriors or whoever.
Oh.
And you could kind of call them.
I never
think
tried
they're
that in
not
the first game.
Hearing Sam yet, but let's try to call them so they'll come right at Sam. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Gotta get to work in the morning.
Yeah, they're probably from above. Let's go above. We'll also might use a smoke grenade.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh shit. Oh! Wait, is he dead?
Oh, so close.
Is he dead?
Oh.
I don't know what the yellow meant.
Uh-oh.
Just run, bro. The smoke is still there. I'd run away.
We got him.
Oh, nice. That was it.
Okay,
no, he's still there.
And Neil's right there, so we need to get
Mamma
Neil.
mia. Oh, he can turn invisible?
Well, you know, the thing about smoke grenade is they can't see you, but we can't see them too. All right, I think we got him. All right, what are we going to do? What are you doing? It's called a grenade pistol. So it's
I wonder what that
like a
does.
handgun. So you don't have to package it. You could put it in your holster, so it's really good.
And
small
boom.
Yeah, it's a,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little cheating in a way. I mean, like, not cool. It's not like how you really want to battle, but anyways.
I like those guns. It's satisfying to shoot people from a distance like that.
All right, we're gonna go different area.
They really added a reflex mode. Okay. I'm okay with that. It was annoying not knowing where you're getting shot at or shot from in the first game.
Okay, we'll change the shotgun. There he is. We're getting him. Oh, he kind of warped out. All right, where do we head now? And you can actually check the Odra deck to see where he is or he warped to. So we're going to go in that direction. All right, I think we know where he is. Probably in the graveyard area. And it's only now Neo. It's a face-off with the... Oh, there he is.
I wonder if he could have like done the stealth attack on him.
Poor Neo.
Yeah, finish him. Love the music.
Oh, he warped away.
Whoa. Higgs could do something similar in the first game in the boss fight with him. Just teleport and then knife you. Oh shit. Getting a bit cocky. Oh, that was close.
Yes, we got him.
I was locked in because that reminded me
Oh,
so
that was
much
a
of my
close
playthrough
call.
I just did. Took off the bandana, back to normal.
Did he say Nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
Hmm. Oh.
Okay, up to here.
What a cliffhanger. Okay.
What'd you guys think of that?
I like those action scenes from the first game, so if not changing it too much, that's okay.
I know it's never easy for a creator after spending so many years building a game to finally just show the raw gameplay like that in an unfiltered way in front of the audience on a live stream. So thank you for doing that, Hideo. I think it gives everyone a great sense of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't a Wii music showcase, so that was good.
Well, one note.
配達のゲームなんで。
It's a delivery game, okay? Don't forget that.
今回はまあ
But this time,
戦いたくない人は迂回したり
people could avoid battles if you want. Or
ステルスで行ったり
you could do stealth play if you
まあ武
want.
器とかも
Or I
装
put
備
in
も豊富に
a lot
今
of
回提供できるので
weapons and things like that in the game as well. So if you want to battle, you could.
ゲームは世界を
But
つなぐ
the game is about to connect the world, right? So don't forget that meaning.
Well, I do think there's a balance in it because there's more action, but
He was
the
like, "Oh, God."
movies are so
Yeah, the
beautiful and
mucus,
so
gross.
incredible.
He was like,
some of the
guys,
when you guys get
I put in guns and cool stuff, but remember,
So
I want to make
let me
my
ask you
game
guys,
and not
having
the game
now
for
seen
you
the game
guys.
demo, probably for the first time too.
I don't want to make a straight up shooter
Joey,
game.
What do you think of what Mr. Kojima has in his head here?
Yeah, it's my first time seeing like the actual game footage. It's so awesome. I don't know. I'm not really good at games myself, but I'll definitely have a.
I feel bad for her because she's
Yes, you
clearly
can. It's
like
available.
not into games that much.
Troy,
Like
you've
she's
done a
just
lot
an
of games,
actress.
you've worked on a lot of
So it
games,
definitely
you've
feels
done
like she's just kind of like,
you obviously
I'm
worked
here
on games
because
with
you know
DS1.
marketing.
What's your reaction to seeing that DS2?
This is my favorite part because as much fun as it is making the game, being on the set, and I have to hand it to him. Hideo does a really good job of like, there's a lot of materials on set when we're there. There's big poster boards and there's a lot of careful diligence that goes into each shot. And so there's a lot of information that we have.
But Troy clearly, I mean, he's been in the games industry for so
It'll look
long.
like that.
Like he's, you know,
We're a
he's
bunch
really
of
into this stuff.
goofballs in performance capture suits with cameras hanging off our head in a big gray room. We're idiots being insane. And it's, yes, it's when I co-starred. Nolan North here, everybody.
Oh, Nolan North. I saw him at
The
MomoCon.
best part is every time, and it never gets old. And especially in this game, it's like, oh, that's what it looks like. And it's always better than the movie in my head. So I love that we got to see this for the first time with you guys, and I know it's just a taste of what's to come. I'm just more like, can I get it in my hands right now? Because that's how I feel.
Not long. Woodkid, you know, we've seen some of the quieter moments that you've been a part of in the game. This is obviously a much more action-packed moment. When you were working with it, were you exposed to
I just realized being a translator is hard because I can hear him in the background like
Yeah,
speaking
all
to
the time.
Kojima, like
It's the first time I
he's just talking the whole time.
So dope. So, yeah, I've been fed these kind of things, but like, Hideo loves to talk in percentage. So he will show you something, it will be like 20% done or like 30% done. And I've seen some of these things like 20, 30, 40% done, but now it's like, it's really amazing to see the stealth thing and everything. I really want to play it. And we might think that he's showing us everything tonight, and you're seeing nothing.
I know. I would agree. Yes. There is so much to this game. I said that's an early sequence from the game, and I've only played, I think it's like maybe half the game, and it's like I can't wait to see the rest of it. And we all won't have to wait long. Obviously, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is coming out on June 26th, so later this month, which is very, very special. Well, Hideo, we've seen our live demo. I wanted to ask you, is there anything else that you wanted to share with players today?
For Death Stranding, I want to talk about music a little bit more.
Right.
So, since Yoan's here, Woodkid's here, so I want to kind of make a little announcement about some music things.
Absolutely, yes. Woodkid, we've talked a lot about the music and your collaboration with Hideo. I understand you have some news to share with people about many of your songs that are coming together for a
I already booked my live performance
we
or
know
live
the
concert
game's
ticket.
coming out like in June 26th. Is that it?
That's in like
but you're gonna
9
be able
months.
To, like, experience the world of Death Stranding a little before because we made a record, and it's here. It's this guy, and I'm so excited. So excited.
That
about
is
it.
beautiful.
It is a collection of songs that is an arbitrary contraction of the procedural developments in the game.
Wait, what?
It's initially hours and hours and hours of music, but we had to make it fit in 2 vinyls. So, yeah.
So digital album, and it's coming out when?
Oh, I think it might be just on pre-order now already.
Yeah.
Right now, actually. Are they pushing the button? Push the button. It's out for pre-order now, and it's out in a week. On June 13th.
So what's cool is the album is coming out June 13th ahead of the game. So if you want to get a little preview sonically of what you're going to get to experience in the game.
I mean, I am 100% listening to that. June 13th? That's Friday, right?
More than a dozen tracks, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's there's some variations, and there's even a featuring by someone called Hideo Kojima in it, in one of the songs.
Who's that?
Tell us more, Hideo, can you?
Karaoke?
It's nothing, really.
Okay.
It's not. It's amazing. It's my favorite track.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, we'll be listening next weekend. Speaking of the soundtrack, I think there's one more thing that you wanted to share with all of us about it, right?
すごい全曲いい神曲なんですけど、
Yes, all the songs are great.
今サブスク
Like
で
super.
To the Wilder 出てるじゃないですか。
But you have like To the Wilder on your
他の曲も
streaming
うっすら
service. And you
曲
kind
名見
of
えてるん
see
ですよね。
the album like grayed out, right? You could see the title. And I think some of you
Is it?
realize.
I haven't checked.
But
そのちょっと
I wanted to show you a little
ことをちょっとここで紹介
kind of behind the scenes of that.
Great. Behind the scenes.
I don't know what he means by grayed out. I just listened to the song, but okay.
So, El,
Yes.
This is a year ago.
I recorded the whole version myself because there's a version where I sing it all.
Yes.
We're gonna redo it all,
All of it.
just you,
Yes.
chorus, verses.
Yes.
See where you feel the most at ease.
Yes. So far away, I'll reach you.
Beautiful.
To the wilder, to the wilder, to the wilder. You
Are we getting a Kojima version?
doubt and question what the future holds. Remember, there's no place you can call home.
Okay, different version. Cool.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And they are in the stew right now. Man, they were cooking for the past year. Okay. What is going on? We Are the World, but in Death Stranding? Okay. We heard that. Beautiful. I can't wait to hear this live. Oh my god. Give us 100 different versions of the song. I'll listen to all of them. I will. If this motif is definitely going to be playing throughout the game, I love this already. Just the melody. Cool.
Well, that seems like a bit of a reveal. We know To the Wilder with Woodkid, but it looks like L is also doing a version of this.
And I am too.
Yes.
Teen Spirit.
I saw L's Teen Spirit, and I actually have the soundtrack. And
Was she a singer? I didn't know.
So when To the Wilder was made, I told Yoan, said, why don't we have L sing? But then Yoan said,
Troy, we need a Troy version.
She's my friend, and we sang together once, and it was such a coincidence. And I didn't know. I felt the connection there too.
Wait, he sang with her?
So that's why I had Elle sing the song with Yoan.
Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, Johan, I know you have a long relationship with Elle, right?
Yeah, I shot, as a director, I shot Elle when she was 14, so I've known her for a long time. And 10 years ago, we sang on stage at the Montreux Jazz Festival.
I had no idea she was like a musician. I didn't know this. Or a singer.
On top of just giving so much with the interpretation of the song, she really changed the meaning of the lyrics by her interpretation. So I really love.
I'm curious to like hear any of. Well, I guess Troy's definitely gonna have
all the things we've put together in that.
A bunch of tracks on the soundtrack.
Junior chorus also that we recorded in Japan with Hideo. That was on my previous record that I brought back on the soundtrack and the orchestra in Paris. So it's been just being all around the world, and the big moment of it was like singing this song with Elle. So I'm so grateful. I wish she was here tonight so I could tell her how much I love her, and I'm grateful that she's on that record with us.
Can't wait to hear it. Is it the same lyrics? Is it different? What can you tell us about the song?
Well, you have to pre-order it, and you will
read
know,
my book.
Exactly what's this version.
Listen to my record.
There's a few versions of To the Wilder on that record, actually.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll experience it hopefully next weekend.
I really want to hear Troy's version if he
very,
did
very
one.
Cool. Hideo, this track, is it something that is it just for the album, or will this be in the game too?
Well, I want everyone to pre-order. To the Wilder is such a great song. And of course it's played a lot in the game.
It is? Okay.
At one moment there's this time, it's like really emotional. You'll have all your liquids
for
coming
sure.
out from
I
your
can see
body.
that.
But first, you need to test it,
Sure.
so pre-order.
There's
All
also a vinyl version. Made a beautiful limited vinyl with all the beautiful.
I don't have a record player, but that vinyl sleeve is beautiful.
Everything's like available to pre-order now.
And vinyl's coming a little bit later, right? That's
Yeah.
September. Yeah. Well, it's great. The soundtrack, obviously, as we mentioned, will be out on June 13th. So this coming Friday, you get to experience the soundtrack and, of course, the game on June.
I hope the tracks
The end of today's
on
show,
it don't have spoiler titles.
The game for you guys before you play
Like
it.
Sam
I
Dies,
know
the
today is just
theme,
the
or some
beginning,
shit.
Really, the first stop of the World Strand Tour. It's back, right?
Got my ticket. I'm going next year.
Yes, 26 is the release date, but then afterwards I go to Sydney. The release date will be in Tokyo for an event, and then I go to Paris, London, and then after that go to parts of Asia. And I'm going to do this all throughout this year to everywhere in the world. So 12 countries, I think, probably.
Bro is not getting a break.
We'll have this Orchestra Death Stranding tour, and of course that goes all around the world, so I might go, and maybe Johan Woodkid participate in this. All other musicians will participate in this classic,
I didn't know he was going to
orchestra
these
tour, too.
personally. If he's coming to Austin,
It's going
awesome.
to be a busy year for you, and I know you're in Sydney later this week. So it's so kind of you to come out and be a part of Summer Game Fest and the show on Friday and today, and sharing some of the game with the world for the first time here. Well, before we conclude tonight's premiere, I want to go around and see if anyone has any closing remarks on their thoughts on the chance to collaborate with Hideo and this game, starting with you, Woodkid.
Well, go play that game because it's quite an adventure. I want to thank Hideo for having me on board.
I'm so ready to play this game, dude. Like, I wish it just came out right now. Now would be the perfect time for me to just play
I'm
it.
glad you connected with my darkness the way I connected with yours. And thank you for allowing me so much like CPU like megabytes for the music, because it usually always comes last, and this time it came first. And so
Interesting,
I
okay.
had so much like CPU allowance for the music, so there's so much.
Does he mean the memory
so
on
much,
the disc or
amazing
something?
Things we're going to see on that game. Thank
Storage?
You so much. Thank you, Hideo, very, very much.
We did an incredible job, and it's, you said, a true collaborator with Hideo on the music Troy, you've done a lot of games. Does this one feel any different to you?
Yeah, man, if it doesn't, then I should get out of this business. It always feels weird to say something so personal in such a public format, but over a decade ago, you hired me for a job, and before you left, you said, or a while later, you came to me and you said, I'm working on a great role for a great game. And you make good on that promise, my friend. And you've not only done it once, but you've done it twice. And
a little
you say you're going to make a great game, you deliver.
Bittersweet considering the other actors, but that's cool.
Back.
I'm glad that Troy is back of all the actors. If he was the only one, then
he
hey.
really values his collaboration with you, Troy. You guys have done amazing things
cool.
in the first game, and just wait until you guys see Higgs in DS2. It's pretty wild. Shioli, this was your first collaboration with Hideo, going from the outreach from him to ask you to be in the game, doing the English and the Japanese voices. I know I've seen on Instagram you being in the studio, recording the Japanese voice. I know this has been a big collaboration for you. Any final thoughts on what it was like to work with Hideo?
I don't even know where to begin. Every single process, as an actor, it was the first time to challenge everything with the shoot, ADR, but I think Hideo really understands what we go through as actors. Just talking about the music, we had like little ear things in our ear, and he'd just play your music, and just something small like that. We don't have a film set, but it really brings all the emotions out, and it's really rare that during like the ADR process, I had a few times where I was almost about to cry because just his storytelling and the music and everything. When it
I hope that's promising for the story on this game.
Everything was beyond.
Because I'm going to get into it in my DS1 video. The story was kind of... I wasn't the biggest fan in DS1, but...
moments as well in the game.
Fingers crossed this is different.
Well, we have one last special message from L. Let's take a look at that now.
L, what? Death Note? What the fuck? I'm watching Death Note right now. Oh, L, you mean L Fanning. Okay. I'm watching too much Death Note.
I can't wait for you to see tomorrow in action and for you to play the game.
Cool.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Al. Well, before we wrap it up, we have to give the last word of this special celebration to the one and only Hideo Kojima.
Buy my game.
Death Stranding
is about a game of connection. And when I tried to create 2, everyone experienced a pandemic, right? Together. Everyone was solitude, alone. And people were worried what's going to happen to the future. But then I had to create DS2. And, I talked with Norman, Leia, Troy supported me as well. And the new members, Elle, Shiori, and Yoan as well. We became connected for DS2, and now we're finished. So the game is about connection, but even development was all about connection. So strange story, but when you try to create a connection game, I kind of follow my connection that I had. And I want you to feel that too. And not just us. Everyone had this real experience, and it's in there, what you experienced during the pandemic as well, and I wouldn't have made it with all of these people, including you. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you for all that you do, Hideo. I know we're all very excited to play Death Stranding 2. Thanks to you, thanks to all our guests on stage, thanks to Al, and thanks to all of you for watching online, being here in person. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is available for pre-order now and launches exclusively on PlayStation 5 on June 26th. And you can check out PlayStation.com for more information on the game. In the meantime, to all of you in the audience and for those tuning in on the live stream, thank you so much for giving us your time and watching this. We hope you enjoyed today's game premiere for Death Stranding 2 on the beach for PlayStation 5. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Cool. Oh, they're playing Car Goes Fast. I love this track. I'm gonna just let it rock. Yeah, I got this song on repeat too. Cool showcase. A lot of stuff we already knew. I would have liked to see seen a trailer since we're like pretty much on the launch date or approaching it. But still cool to hear like the actors' perspectives. I feel like I learned a few new things that are like more behind the scenes. Oh, this part. I love this song. But definitely cool. I think the standout to me was like the dynamic music. I love when video games do that, like Metal Gear Rising. Devil May Cry kind of does that with like the style or the ranking thing. When you're playing the game, the music gets they add like layers to it. I love stuff like that. And yeah, like I said, I'm just ready to play this at this point. They've shown so much. I feel like they've shown just enough. Like the trailers are almost over the top in terms of not over the top, but over the edge in what they were showing. Like, whoa, this is almost too much. I feel like they're being smart they're being smart in how they're showing things, because obviously Kojima games always do this where they will show you a thing or show you a lot of things and you think the game is going to go that way, and it just never does. Like Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 5. He's done this so many times before, so I'm not really worried about him showing too many spoilers. Yeah, I'm just ready to play the game. This was a cool like final showcase. Would have liked to seen a trailer, but that is cool. I did not have too many expectations going into this. But it is late. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I barely got sleep. I had a really busy weekend. I just came back from vacation a few days ago, so I'm still like catching up on things. Mostly sleep, energy-wise, all that stuff. Let's look at chat. Game of the year. Xbox in tears. Okay, just the typical chat behavior. Not a big surprise, but I mean, does look like a good game. I don't know if it's going to be game of the year. For me, maybe. I'll have to play it and see. But this was, I mean, it's looking like it's shaping up to the point to where it will be my game of the year. But yeah, I don't want to prolong this any further than I need to. I still need to eat something and head to bed. So thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. Anybody who's watching the VOD, thanks for checking out the stream. I think next week, what will I do next week? Maybe I'll finally get that, I'll get like a PS5 capture device and just test some footage. Maybe I'll play Death Stranding 1 or some other game I have on my PlayStation, and we'll see what we can do. Because I'm going to stream the beginning of Death Stranding 2 for sure. Not the whole game, just because I do want to enjoy it on my own. But maybe in bits and pieces, like, I'll play the beginning, and then maybe I'll play on my own, and then I'll see, like, okay, maybe I can stream this. I'll see how I feel about it. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to say. Thank you all again, and have a good night. Have a good day. I don't know where you are. Okay, bye.